Good afternoon and welcome to the Hollister and Whitehouse Preserves in Glastonbury. Got a shot of the trail map here, although you'll notice that it's oriented with north down, so really 95% of trail maps would look like that. And that kind of messed me up on my first hike here, and the trails in general are a little bit confusing, so hopefully we'll be able to find all the things we want to find today. Crossing over Smith Brook here. You might also notice that the trail map said the access trail, which I just came in on, is white and gray, and it is actually white and blue, and the main loop is just regular white. Thanks, Girl Scout Troop 10807. Got a nice view of the brook. The trail does split, heads off in this direction, and then there's a very steep climb up through what's almost like a ravine. It's unblazed, but it leads to the back part of the loop trail here. We are instead going to keep following Smith Brook downstream and continue on the main loop. Coming to the sharp turn of the loop up that way. Get the sign for the pointing towards the Vista. But we're going to check out real quick what the parking situation is like on Tall Timbers Drive. So I parked on Tall Timbers Road. This is the parking. It's really only room for one, maybe two cars up on the shoulder. There's also a connection at Tall Timbers Drive. Looks like you kind of got shoulder type parking along Tall Timbers Drive, and then this very narrow trail between private property on either side. So if one car is already parked on Tall Timbers Road, then you've got this other option, which is nice. There's also access to or from the Orchard Hill Pool Club. Yeah, I got a sign for it. And this is mostly Kongsket Land Trust property, although the part that I entered from is actually Glastonbury Town open space. So we are technically in the Hollister Preserve right now, heading up towards the Overlook. And from here it's a pretty steep climb up to the Overlook. The climb is about a quarter of a mile, certainly more than enough to get your heart rate going, and you actually pass another access trail to, I believe that's Sherwood Drive. And then, as we crest the top of the climb here, I think we'll be at an elevation of about 430 feet, and we'll see the Overlook. This section, the Hollister Preserve, is dedicated to Dana and Dorothy Waring by their kids, and that happened in December 2004. So on my last hike here, first hike, there were people set up here with hammocks. So this is my first real view of the Overlook, and it's a good one. Straight shot north over to the Hartford skyline. Do a little bit of extra zoom. Yeah. I'd set up a hammock here too. Alright, now we're going to keep hiking along the White Loop and try and find the second Vista. Alright, so I've walked back and forth on this stretch of trail a couple of times, hoping to find the other Vista, and no such luck. So this is that the top of that cross trail I mentioned by the bench earlier, and perhaps all these young trees here, some kind of beech it looks like, have grown up and blocked the view because I can't find one. So if you're coming, you just have to make do with one great view. Fortunately, not two. The next thing we're looking for is the Old Quarry that's marked on the map, and the trail takes a hard turn down that way, and I explored this way on my last visit, but we're gonna give it a second try and see if we can't find it. Plenty of access trails to private property. On my last visit, I saw this red blaze trail and this nice line of stone cairns. So I assumed I was on the right track following the red blazes, but not last time. Second time around is a charm. Heading straight just leads to private property off Crescent Lane or Crescent Drive. Alright, so expectations meet reality. I am pretty sure that this depression is the quarry indicated on the map. I was expecting, wide open rock faces and, clear cuts, but I think this kind of ravine looking area with a little bit of exposed rock is the quarry, which is not quite what I was expecting. And it is just off this red blaze trail here, which I'm pretty sure we could continue on, but I'm certain that it will go right onto private property, so we're just going to turn around and head back towards the White Loop. Back on the White Trail and heading steadily downhill. Way down there, you can see Smith Brook, and it has to work its way all the way out and around this ridge that we've been hiking. And just like that, we recross Smith Brook and head back to the parking. I did track my hike, but with all the back and forth, I don't have an accurate distance. I'd guess the loop is somewhere 2 miles, 2.2 miles. I think if you did all the little side trails and whatnot, you might be able to get 2.5, maybe 3. Definitely the Overlook is the highlight, and the trail along Smith Brook, especially when it's flowering in the spring, was very nice. I think that does it for Hollister and Whitehouse Preserves. I'll see you next time.